guys. Real life, late night, after dark. I'm just saying, hope you can hear this podcast. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Technical difficulties for the regular segment, but shout out to Biggs Radio. What I'm saying, guys, it's real life, late night, after dark, where you lay your head down and you get a little grown focus. So I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Make sure you guys can hear everything about what's going on. And shout out to Biggs Radio. I'm just saying. Now, it's a little bit after 8 o'clock. And I want you guys to get a little familiar with Biggs Radio. It's a little after 8 o'clock. First and foremost, before anything, of course, we want to thank God. We want to thank God for seeing us through for the whole week and continuously going to see us through for the whole week. It's a Real Life Topics Podcast. We're live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time on BiggsRadio.com as well. And if you guys are so sleep to it, you better wake up because it's something coming big. That's all I'm saying. But it's Real Life Late Night After Dark. And it's lay your hair down time, of course. It's lay your hair down time. And we just want to make you guys aware of that. But this is your last Thursday at 8 o'clock on the dot watching Real Life Topics Podcast, because Real Life Topics Podcast come on at 7 p.m. Central Time. But at 8 o'clock on Biggs Radio, Miss Kim Patterson, if you are asleep on Kim Patterson, then you got to be asleep, because if you want that hot DJ playlist, I'm talking about it's bumping from 8 to 10 p.m. on Biggs Radio. Check out Kim Patterson on Biggs Radio. I'm just saying. So check out Biggs Radio, guys. That's all I'm saying. Just check out Biggs Radio. It's 24/7 action on Biggs Radio. We got Life Coach Jeff on Mondays. We got Miss Messy on Wednesdays. We got West Smooth Jazz on Tuesdays. It's like it's such a big list. I can't even name it off to you guys. So once again, shout out to Biggs Radio. Every day of the week is something for you. If you into R&B, if you into 90s music, if you into jazz, anything.
Talk radio, whatever you need.
Talk radio. That's all I'm saying. We got Miss Messy for Talk Radio. We have Life Coach Jeff. I hate for you guys to sleep on anything that has to do with Biggs Radio. And that's www.biggsradio.com. Just for real, guys. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. to check out Real Life Topics Podcast. But you might be busy on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. So then it's a 24/7 action on Biggs Radio. So tune in. Real life, late night. It's for real go. Them nachos, sister. Okay.
Go eat.
Okay.
You know I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning. I've been to school. I've cooked dinner. I've taken care of kids. I've done a lot of things, but I have not eaten today. And we're going to get real life late night popping, and I'm going to eat some of these nachos. They're quite delicious. They look pretty good, right?
Shout out to Top Mission Nachos. Real life.
I take for the festivities of feed my belly every now and again. And I like to eat it. I like good food. My favorite place to eat is Papa Do's, y'all.
Right. Everybody be going to Papa Do's.
Papa Do's is my place, y'all.
Shout out to Papa Do's in Westmont. Okay. But again, it's real life, late night, after dark, and we gonna play a couple cuts for y'all. We're not gonna be on here long. We had technical difficulties, but of course, we will be back down every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time on Biggs Radio. So, of course, just follow, like, share Real Life Topics Podcast, and follow, like, share Biggs Radio. That's all I'm saying. If you sleep on Biggs Radio, you gonna know today who Biggs Radio is.
If you sleep, wake up, y'all.
And then we have it's so many events coming up. So many events coming up. But what the first and foremost thing that we do, who we do want to shout out is Miss Dinah Lynn. You guys are asleep. You guys are asleep on Miss Dinah Lynn from Biggs Radio. 50 years in the game. The CEO of Biggs Radio. I know you guys sleep on it, but of course, I'm going to remind you when you wake up tomorrow. You waking up to Miss Dinah Lynn, so it's okay. And then, of course, right now, as we speak, Miss Kim Patterson is on the ones and twos right now. You don't want to miss it. I know you getting yourself ready for work tomorrow, and you need to press play on the playlist right now. You better go on Biggs Radio. That's all I'm saying. www.biggsradio.com. And then thank you for tuning in, Jeff, on Monday nights. Life Coach Jeff. Come on now. It's always time for self-preservation.
Yes.
It's always time for self-preservation.
Self-preservation, self-awareness, okay? You have to sometimes take a step back and relock and reload into life and figure out things. You know what I mean? It's okay. Life Coach Jeff gonna help you get your life together. We all need a little change in our lives sometimes, you know? We all have to mature. We all have to grow. We want to plant those seeds of faith, love, hope, peace, and prosperity, and we're gonna get you together. And Jeff gonna help you do the same.
I'm just saying. Wait a minute, guys. Once again, it's Real Life Late Night After Dark, and this grown folks time. It's where you lay your head down at. I'm just saying.
We chilling, y'all.
It's chill time.
You do at night? You know, you chill. You have a good
Them kids are asleep.
Kids are asleep
because that's the issue with us nowadays too. We don't make the kids go to sleep. We don't remember back in the day when parents. Remember back in the day when parents were in neighbors and everybody was on our butts and bedtime. You couldn't even come in the room with grown folks. Ain't no grown folks in here. Get up out of here. But you know, nowadays we ain't got that going on. That's why it's so much confusion.
I do. Man, getting up out of there, you on the bed, you're gonna get your life together. The thing is, especially for adults, especially if you have children, you need time to yourself to get your thoughts together, to relax your mind, to be able to process. You can't just keep getting up day by day and continuing to live life and not have those moments where you're able to breathe and actually get your own thought process together for your next day or whatever's going on even at that moment. So you must put the children to sleep in order for you to be able to recalibrate so that way you can continue to move on and have good days, you know?
For sure.
It's a good thing.
For sure. For sure. So yeah, it's Real Life Late Night After Dark. Once again, get the clap sounds today. Don't forget.
Let the day pass. What are we talking about today?
Well, when it comes to Real Life Late, what we definitely talking about is Biggs Radio. Because I don't want you guys to sleep on Biggs Radio. For real, guys. For real, guys. And it's all type of genres on Biggs Radio. If you like jazz music, if you like R&B music, if you like the 90s music, you cannot sleep on Biggs Radio. And then if you want a little conversation, because sometimes it's good to talk about things when it comes to politics, when it comes to celebrities. I'm just saying there's a lot going on with us all, and everybody has different interests in it, different dynamics. And you guys need to be woke to Biggs Radio. That's all I'm saying. You guys need to be woke to Biggs Radio. That's all I'm saying.
I want to speak upon perspective and wisdom in perspective. You know, a lot of people like to judge. And at the end of the day, we all go through things in life. Nobody is perfect, okay? Nobody is perfect. So the one thing that I've learned is sometimes we go through things in life and we have a tendency to look through things from our own lens and our own perspective when we don't take the time out to look or put yourself in another person's shoes, as the saying goes. You know, just because something does not go in the way that you believe doesn't mean that your way is the way and they're wrong for doing the things they're doing. You know, people have to do what works for them. It's a lot of things that we do in life, like, you know, how some people go to certain careers because of their parents, or it's certain things we don't do because we feel like what somebody else matters versus what your spirit is really calling you to do. Trust yourself. Go within, talk to the universe, take whatever steps necessary in order for you to live your life to the fullest. Willard Duvall said he living his best life. He's not going back and forth with the ninjas, okay? Sometimes you just have to do what your spirit is calling you to do. It's a lot of the times we live our lives to people please, whether it be your natural environment, the people that you have around you, your mother, your father, your siblings. You know what I mean? There are so many things in life that we hinder ourselves from because we're trying to be like the Joneses or do the things the Joneses do. One of the things that I find so ludicrous in the Black communities, to be honest with you, is the amount of money that we spend on materialistic things, but the things that really matter. And this is just my opinion, okay? I mean, it may not be facts, but this just kind of makes sense. How can you spend thousands of dollars on materialistic things, but you don't have what the people say a pot to piss in, nor one to throw it out of? How can you not have a stable or firm foundation, but you care about fashion? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And to be honest with you, it is a part of the programming that we have because it's like, if you look a certain kind of way, if you act a certain kind of way, then you're being accepted. But the reality of it is, it's kind of backwards in your thinking, especially when it comes to building legacy. What is your purpose in this life? My purpose in this life is to be able to not only generational wealth. I want to create generational wealth, and I wanted to leave a legacy behind that all of my answers and my kids and everybody can be proud of. Also, being my authentic self. Live wholeheartedly and be true to yourself. There are a lot of things that people are going to doubt you about, but if it's something that you are called to do, do it. In spite of or regardless of what anybody else thinks, what anybody else says, because you'd be surprised that the things that you do are going to change the course of the universe. You know what I mean? Of people. I mean, there are so many things that we do, of being stuck in a time frame. As you go through life, it must progress, I want to talk about reciprocity too and being disrespected. At the end of the day, a lot of the times we put too much emphasis on family. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a family person, but if there is somebody in the midst of a relative who is mistreating you, just because they're a relative doesn't mean that you have to put up with the things that they do to you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to cut people off, especially if it's meant for your better and their better. You have to look at it from the perspective of, yes, I want to treat people the way I want to be treated, but are they reciprocating? If you can have a conversation with a person and overcome things and heal, then yes, I suggest that first. But the last resort is definitely just taking yourself out of a situation that is not meant for you. If as a human being, I am loving you and I am being kind and I'm not being perfect, but I am doing my best to put my best foot forward when it comes to treating you as a human being, and you can't do that for me, then I suggest that I have to exit stage left, because at the end of the day, a lot of things that we do in this lifetime, we don't realize how much it affects people. And sometimes we don't care because a lot of people have not come to that stage of growth. But why should I hinder myself in my growth by having to put up with something that you just fail to realize and understand? Sometimes the best thing you can do for a person is to remove yourself from them, because it not only helps you to remain humble, but it also helps them realize, like you say, some things people don't realize until it's gone. You don't realize your good thing until it's gone. You need to see what it's like being without me in order to understand what it was like to have me in your life. And it could just be an energy purpose, And sometimes people don't mean you harm, but they don't really see the error of their ways because you are not showing them that. If a person continuously is hitting you and you're not showing no emotion and saying, okay, don't hit me, and not allowing them to do so, then they're going to continue to hit you because this is what you're used to doing. Like they say, once a cheater, always a cheater. If somebody cheats on you, don't get me wrong, because people do change. But generally speaking, if you allow a person to treat you a certain kind of way, they're going to continue to do it. I don't care who it is. If their mama, your grandmama, your children, whoever they are, if they are not getting in alignment with who your inner being, your core being, you're really being a good person, then I suggest you move on. Why hurt yourself? You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't continue to pour into something that is not pouring into you. Reciprocity is key in a lot of these relationships. Like we talk about communication, reciprocity in some way, shape, form, or fashion. The one thing that I do not like that I see in today's society is the lack of reciprocity with our children. It's like They expect so much from us, but when it comes to their part as being our children, they don't want to rectify that. It's just like you're the parent, you're supposed to do all the right, and I'm young and I'm grown, so I don't have no responsibility. No, that is not true. As my child, you have to love, honor, and respect me. And it may be some things like, like I said, I know a lot of the times we have a problem with communication. We don't know how to talk to each other, maybe in a way where we can kind of heal it. Sometimes you have to get a mediator in a situation. But at the end of the day, as a child, because I'm a mother and a child, there's a certain level of respect that you have to have for a parent, even if you don't agree with how they're behaving themselves. And at that point, you have to remove yourself, because if you act out in a way, you're no better than the person that did it to you in the first place.
Mm-mm. So you said the word reciprocity.
Yes.
I'm thinking that some people might not know the definition of reciprocity.
Don't tell them, girl. Don't tell them.
The practice of exchanging things with others for mutual benefits, especially privileges granted by one country or organization to another. I want to repeat that. The word reciprocity means the practice of exchanging things with others for mutual benefits, especially privileges granted by one country or organizations to one another. So I'm just, of course, Carmisha just explained, the her perspective of the word reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
What is it?
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity. Wait a minute.
They know
I got a tight tongue with that word for some reason. There's a couple of C's and S's in it.
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Yes.
A mutual benefit. A mutual. It has to be a mutual.
Mutual. We're both coming from and to. Because the one thing we must understand about energy, laws of physics, laws of our homeostasis of our system and our bodies is energy never diminishes, it only recycles itself. And then it can actually grow and get bigger as well. But I don't want to pour more into something than it's pouring into me intentionally. Okay? Because it's okay, you may have a little imbalance, but the person is doing what they can do. That is a form of reciprocity. I'm not going to be upset at you that you may not be doing what I'm doing or as much as me. It's the thought process of you even trying to get them to put your best foot forward and doing it. Whatever it may be.
Right. So I have another definition for it. It means a mutual exchange between people where each party gives and receives value, creating a balance that benefits everyone involved. The word reciprocity means, again, guys, a mutual exchange between people where each party receives value, creating a balance that benefits everyone. That's the issue with me. A lot of people don't come together for everyone to benefit. Most people are so selfish that they're only benefiting themselves.
I mean, but to be honest with you, and I know it's sad to say, but that's kind of what America is based upon. Individualism. Like they say, even within the household, as far as men and women were concerned, the whole movement, the women's movement, was to basically separate the household and to be able to tax. If the man worked and the woman worked, then we could tax both of them versus just taxing the whole household and not getting as much. You know what I mean? So when we're looking at reciprocity and reciprocation of, at the end of the day, I mean, a lot of people really you don't understand laws of the universe. It's about balance when it's all said and done. So in any relationship that you are in, you have to give just as much as you get. Or like I said, at least put your best foot forward.
You have to give to receive.
No, you have to receive to get. It's how much you got to give to receive. No, you don't.
But that's what the Bible said.
I mean, well,
don't let me go there with y'all. I don't mean to do it. I ain't going there because I ain't doing all that. But again, listen, guys. This is what Real Life Topics Podcast is here for. We're discussing the dynamics of life because it's all dynamics of life. It's all type of beliefs. Everybody believes in everything. And it doesn't mean you're right or you're wrong. Everybody has a perspective. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. So this is the reason why Real Life Topics Podcast go live 2 nights a week now, because these things need to be talked about. We need to be able to respect one another's perspective. We need to be able to hear everybody's opinion about things, because everyone, and it's a different dynamic because everybody is walking in different shoes, and you might not walk in that same shoe that that person has, because of course experience is the best teacher, but at the same time we're still learning on the daily basis. So I just want everyone to realize what Real Life Topics Podcast is here for. Not just self-preservation for ourselves, but for you guys to join the meetings of the minds, because all of our minds definitely needs work on growth and development. I don't care who you are. If you're successful financially, whatever you got going on, all of us have some things that we can grow and perk up about our lives. I don't care where your level in life is. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. Real Life Topics is trying to make. And that's why we're here, because we're discussing all dynamics of life. Because all this stuff is the same stuff. It's just a different round. Same stuff, different round. I might have a red color shoe and you might have a yellow. But the colors is out there bad. Whatever we got going on. Whatever.
We're people. Everybody is human. We all have blood pumping through our veins. What we need to look at is the things that make us the same, and not the things that make us different.
Period.
When we start to look at the things that make us the same, we'll have a different perspective in life, because everybody has feelings, you know what I mean? And everybody shows emotion differently, and it is actually coming to the understanding of those things that will make us greater as a people, to be able to come together and work with each other, or choose not to work with each other, but also have the respect enough to be able to understand that, okay, this is the way that this person wants to live their life, and I have to be okay with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm done, friend.
Yeah, so, but nevertheless,
bye, y'all.
Again, Biggs Radio. Technical difficulties on the technical difficulties, guys. Technical difficulties, and we'll be back down next week with better technical difficulty. It won't even be technical difficulty. We would just be better with the tech. We'll be better with the tech. That's all I'm saying. We'll be better with the tech. And then we have author, book writer, Miss Aisha Collins. Shout out to Miss Aisha Collins. Dr. Aisha Collins. Better known as the author of Two Sides to a Story. I'm just saying, this Thursday coming up, the exclusive interviews are back on deck coming up. Real Life Topics definitely had to let you guys know and make you guys aware that Biggs Radio, we're down on Biggs Radio now. We're gonna post the links. It's so many extra things that's going on with Biggs Radio. It's not let alone Biggs Real Life Topics Podcast. Right now, as we speak, when you guys finish watching us, log on to Biggs Radio, because Miss Kim Patterson, I'm talking about one of the best DJs thus far. Miss Dinah Lynn, one of the best DJs thus far. And just check out Biggs Radio and Real Life Topics Podcast on Biggs Radio. Because like I said, just like we discussing the dynamics of life, the radio is all type of dynamics of life, because you might like jazz, you might like R&B, you might like the celebrity gossip, or Miss Messy. She comes on and she keep you guys updated on the celebrity, on the business, the real business. You know what I'm saying? And then we got a life coach, Jeff, on Mondays. Dinah Lynn, is Wesley Smith on the jazz side. Mr. Al Greer. And I know you guys know about legendary Al Greer. And if you don't know, check out Biggs Radio, www.biggsradio.com. I'm just saying, guys, you guys definitely are asleep if you not woke on Thursday nights, Monday through Friday, 24/7 on Biggs Radio. So many events coming up, which we will update you guys on everything that's coming up on Monday. Of course, in South Bend, March 21st, the music seminar. If you guys want to perform or you want an opportunity to show your talent on Biggs Radio seminar in South Bend, hit up Biggs Radio. You know you want to perform there. Call the number. The flyer is on our page. The flyer is on our page. That's all I'm saying. So once again, shout out to Biggs Radio. We're gonna keep it in you guys' face. Shout out to Stephanie's God Shout and Carmisha the Sunflower Soul. And if you need anything from a voiceover artist, from an event host, featured vocalist, whatever you need from Real Life Topics Podcast, your songs played on BiggsRadio.com. Hit us up, inbox us. Sponsors as well. If you want to sponsor Real Life Topics Podcast and Biggs Radio, hit us up as well, because again, please hit us up. It's anything that you need, from flyers or whatever you need, we can point you in that direction, and we got what you need. That's all I'm saying. It's Real Life Topics Podcast, real life, late night, after dark.
Can I get another shot?
Monday. Check us out Monday. Check us out Monday, guys. And check everything out Monday. Tune in to Real Life Topics Podcast. You don't want to miss these exclusive interviews coming up. I'm just saying, it's Stephanie's God Shout and Carmisha, the Sunflower Soul. Real life.